Hello and welcome to today's crochet tutorial. So we haven't done a stitch tutorial of classical crochet for a while, so this is what we are going to be doing today. And I'm going to show you how to create this cute flowery pattern. So it looks like a little buds on a stem, and these two samples are made in hobby yarn, which is consists of cotton and silk. So I've used different techniques to start both. So this is starting with chain and this is starting with foundation stitch. As you can see, it's a simple repeat, 4-row repeat, and the stitch pattern is worked over 6 plus 3 stitches if you are starting with the chain. If you are starting with the foundation row, this would be just 6. So today I'm going to be using a sheep cheese stone washed and 4mm crochet hook. Without further ado, let's dive in. So we are going to be starting with the chain. I quite like the edge with the chain rather than with the foundation stitch. The foundation stitch makes it rather bulky, so this is not what we want for delicate lacy texture. So that's why I'm going to be starting with the chains. The chain, you will yarn over the hook like so, and then pull it through the loop on the hook, and that counts as a chain 1. You will then do that again, yarn over the hook, pull through, chain 2, yarn over, pull through, and you will go on and count your chain. So I've got 4 now, 5, 6, so that's 1 stitch repeat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That's a second repeat, and I'm going to do 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and don't forget it's 6 plus 3, so we will do 1, 2 and 3, and that's your starting chain. So for row 1, we will first on the swatch here you can see that we turn the corner, and then we start creating these little clusters. So these represent the buds, and these are formed from 3 double crochet together, then you chain 3 and 3 double crochet together, and all of this is worked into a 1 chain. Okay, so we will start with creating these buds or these clusters in the 6th chain from hook. So we're going to count our chains: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we'll start working the first double crochet cluster. So double crochet is worked by yarning over, inserting the hook in that space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and normally we will work yarn over, pull through 2 again, but because we are going to be working 3 of these together, we will just keep the loop on the hook. We will yarn over and go exactly into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we've got 3 loops on the hook, and we need to do 1 more to complete this part of the cluster. So we'll yarn over, insert back into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we've got 4 chains or 4 loops on our hook, and we will go ahead and yarn over, pull through all of this. So we've got 1 part, we've got this part done. Now we will chain 3. So as for the foundation chain, we will yarn over and pull through, chain 1, 2, 3, and we repeat again the cluster into the same space, into the same foundation chain. So we'll go ahead and yarn over, insert into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, yarn over, insert a hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And we've got to do 1 more. So we'll yarn over, insert the hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We've got 4 loops there. We'll yarn over and pull through all of this. Okay, so this is 1 cluster done. Then we are going to go ahead and skip 2 chains. So we skip 1, 2, and we will work into the 3rd one. We will just work double crochet stitch, So yarn over, insert the hook into this chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, and this will be complete double crochet. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so we are now in this part of the pattern. We are going to then skip 2, do the cluster again, skip 2, do double crochet, skip 2, do the cluster, skip 2, and double crochet at the end. So basically your stitch pattern repeat will be double crochet in a space, skip 2, work cluster, and you will work this across. So I'm going to go ahead and work one more cluster with double crochet, and then I'll meet you at the end of the row number 1. So for the next cluster we will skip 2, work into the 3rd chain, yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, again yarn over, insert the hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and again yarn over, insert the hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We've got 4 loops on the hook. Now we're going to go ahead and yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and work another 3 double crochet cluster into the same space. So we will start with yarning over, insert the hook into the next space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, again yarn over, insert the hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and last one, yarn over, set the hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We've got 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all of these, and then you count 2 stitches or 2 chains to skip, work double crochet into the 3rd one, like so, and you will go ahead and repeat the pattern for the rest of the row. Welcome back. We are now going to work the 2nd row, row number 2. So first we need to turn our work, and we turn away from ourselves, and we will chain 5. This will count as the first double crochet stitch and the first chain 2 between the stitches. So this would be this part here. So we are now starting here on this section. We will chain 5, so this will be 3 chains for double crochet and then 2 chains connecting, forming the stitch pattern. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and now we're going to work single crochet stitch into our under the chain 3 of the clusters. So we are going to insert the hook into the big space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and that's single crochet. We would chain 2 again, 1 and 2, and work double crochet stitch into the double crochet in the row below. So we'll yarn over first, insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's double crochet. And now for the stitch pattern repeat, which will be chain 2, work single crochet into the chain 3 space, chain 2, and work double crochet stitch. So you will continue repeating for the rest of your row of how many repeats you've started with. So we chain 2, 1 and 2, work single crochet into the chain 3 of the clusters below, chain 2, work double crochet into double crochet in the row below. So yarn over, insert the hook into the double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, again chain 2, single crochet in the row below, into the chain 3 space, chain 2, and now we are going to work double crochet into the top of the third chain in the row below. So this would be this chain here, and we are going to work double crochet. So we need to start with yarn over. This is the tricky bit where we work into the standing chains, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and that's it for row number 2. For row number 3, we will again turn our work away from ourselves, and then we will chain 5. This will count as double crochet and chain 2. For row number 3, we will start with chain 5, which will count as double crochet and chain 2. So we will chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we will work only half cluster, so only one cluster of 3 double crochet together into the first stitch. So in this first stitch, so yarn over, insert the hook into the first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over again, go into the same space, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and one last time, yarn over, insert the hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We've got 4 loops on the hook. We are now going to yarn over and pull through all of these. So this is half a cluster, and then we will start, or the next stitch will be double crochet stitch into the single crochet in the row below. So we'll yarn over, insert the hook into the single crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And now we will be working the full clusters into the double crochet stitches below. So when we look at the small swatch, this is the half cluster, and then we will work these full clusters into the double crochet in the row below here. So we'll work the cluster, the first three double crochet stitches together, then chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then another 3 double crochet together into the same space, like so. And then we will work double crochet into the single crochet in the row below, and we will repeat the same across the whole row to the end. I'll meet you after the last cluster and double crochet into the single crochet in the row below, and I'll show you what we're going to do at the end of the row. So now I am at the end of my row, and what we're going to do is we are going to work half cluster, so only one group of double crochet 3 together into the third chain in the row below. So this is again where we need to be careful and just take the time to make sure we work into the correct chain. So for me, this is 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to start working into this chain here. So I would yarn over and just take my time inserting the hook under both of the strands of this chain, just to make sure that the edge of the work will be nice and neat. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So I'll need to repeat this 2 more times. The second time is a little bit easier to work into this chain. Third time, easiest still. So we're going to enclose the cluster. Then we also need to do chain 2 and work 1 double crochet into exactly the same space. And this is to ensure that the beginning of the row and the end of the row look the same. So just take my time, work into the stitch, and double crochet. Okay, so as you can see, the same what we done at the beginning of the row here, the chain 5 which counts as a chain 3 counts as double crochet, and then chain 2, half cluster, and then we repeated the full stitch pattern across the row and work the same on the other side of the row here. So that's it for row number 3. For row number 4, we turn our work. We will chain 1 and work a single crochet into the first stitch, to the very first stitch, work a single crochet, then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and work double crochet into the double crochet in the row below, chain 2, work single crochet into the chain 3 of the cluster, and so on. We will repeat this for the rest of the row all the way to the other side, where we end up with a single crochet into the third chain of the turning chain. Okay, so I'm going to show you the repeat again. We chain 2, 1 and 2, work double crochet into the double crochet below, and then chain 2, single crochet into this chain 3 between the 3 groups of 3 double crochet together, and then chain 2 and double crochet again, chain 2. So this brings me to the end of my row. I'll again need to carefully count the third chain, so that's 1, 2 and 3, and this time we will work a single crochet into this chain 3 like so, and that's it for row number 4. So this was the basic stitch pattern repeat. So you will now go to row number 5, and row number 5 would be basically worked like row number 1, except for row number 1 you were working into your foundation chain, while here you would be working into the stitches of row number 4. So wherever you've got a double crochet stitch, for example here, you would work the full cluster, and then you will be into the you will be working double crochet into the single crochet stitches in the row below, with no spaces between the double crochet and the cluster. So you would work chain 3 in within the clusters, and then go on to working the double crochet stitch. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So we will first need to chain 3 to bring the row to the correct height, and this counts as a double crochet. And now we would start with the cluster, so yarn over and work the groups, 2 groups of 3 double crochet together into the double crochet stitch in the row below. Okay, so I have 1, then chain 2 and 3, chain 3, and work another one into the exact same space, like so. So now we've got the cluster, and now we would do 1 double crochet into the single crochet of the row below, and then you would go ahead and work the double crochet clusters, followed by 1 double crochet, and so on up to the end of the row, where you would work a double crochet as the edge stitch there. Okay, and then for row number 6 you would basically repeat row number 2 and so on. So you will continue repeating these 4 rows for this beautiful lacy flowery pattern. So to finish off the project or the stitch pattern repeat, you can either finish on row number 6, which is a repetition of row number 2, where you've got the top of your work would be kind of more wavy. So this could be for example, doing something like neck shaping, where you would like to have that curve in it, or you can finish on row number 4, which would give you kind of more straight edge, so this would be more suitable for something like scarves or shawls. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. I really appreciate the time that you spent with me. If you've got any suggestions for any stitch patterns or any of my patterns that you would like to have a video tutorial for, just let me know in the comments below and I'll try to prioritize these. And as always, I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.